So the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is on the move tonight in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, overseeing the transfer of illegal immigrants to that facility. The secretary posting some of these photos right here showing more flights carrying migrants arriving there today. Now, DHS says it plans to house potentially 30,000 at that facility at Gitmo. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement continues its immigration crackdown across the country today. Meantime, lawmakers in Mississippi grappled with this question. Should bounties be paid to help with deportations? Lawmakers shot down a proposal which would offer to pay people $1,000 for every undocumented immigrant reported and identified. Another bill is now in the works. Joining me now is Matthew Barton. He's the district attorney for DeSoto County, who supported that bill, live with us tonight here on the Hill. Matthew, thanks for being with us. Explain to me here right off the top what exactly you're trying to do there.
Yeah, so we're just trying to assist at the local and state level with the Trump administration's priority for deporting criminals who happen to be here illegally. And so ICE only has so many people. So more is more and more is better. And if we can put people on the ground at a local level to help out and assist, then we should do that. And so I think the bill that I suggested at least sparked a conversation that is ongoing in Jackson, Mississippi, and hopefully will lead to us assisting the federal government in doing something historic.
You say assisting the federal government, but if the federal government thought this would be successful, they would try to do it too, right? But they're not.
Yeah, so, we're really trying to piggyback off of Donald Trump's priorities. He ran on this in 2016 successfully. He went back to well in 2024 and essentially put illegal immigration on the ballot. And so the popular vote made it very clear that the sentiment in the United States is that we need to deal with this issue. And so we're trying to do it at a local level here in Hernando, Mississippi.
Here's what the president of the Mississippi Bail Agents Association, Mike Morrison, said. He said, quote, "We were not consulted." He went on to say, "We have not endorsed this. We, like you, saw this in the news and said, oh, God." If you can't get the help of the bail agents there, how would you even carry this out?
Yeah, so obviously this ideal is not for everybody. I think the simple fact of the matter is there is an ongoing issue. In my local jail, we've had over 1,000 illegal aliens come through our system in the last 4 years, which is more than double the 4 years before that. And so maybe he's not quite as worried about the effect of these violent, hardened criminals in his community, but as the district attorney, I am. And so we're doing everything we can to combat that and deport as many as we can.
Your office just sent out a press release. The DeSoto County District Attorney's Office has announced that it's coordinating with ICE to have a certain criminal illegal alien swiftly deported out of the U.S. You say he was someone who was accused of child pornography, and you want him going to Guantanamo Bay. Explain why you want him going to Guantanamo Bay, and how many others are in your prisons that you plan to coordinate with ICE as well.
So in our local jail, we have successfully deported 8 people or turned them over to ICE last week. We're working on this individual, Adolfo Santana, who is charged with child porn. He's particularly a public safety issue, in my opinion. Anyone that would commit crimes of this heinous nature against children deserves to be in a place where they don't have an opportunity to reoffend. I think someone that would do something this egregious would be perfect for a place like Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, so, I mean, you've heard some of the criticisms, Matthew, from some on the left of sending immigrants, illegal immigrants deported to Guantanamo Bay. You specifically want this person going there. Why there?
Because I believe that someone like him deserves to be in a maximum security facility. He needs to be cut from the herd. People like this commit especially egregious crimes. They need to be treated a little bit differently. And so I think that cutting him off from his support system and putting him in a place like Guantanamo Bay, where he may not have access to the same amount of visitors and luxuries, would be a good thing. Maybe learn him a little lesson.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.